So let's start now. What is a map? Today we are starting with a new topic, GIS mapping. What is first we should know about what is a map. Do you have any idea what is a map? Can you define map? Yes. What is a map and what it is not? Yes. What is a map? Yes. Yes. Anyone? What is a map? What the map is called? We in geography, you can see the map. Sorry, board. Yes, you can see the board,
Yes, sir.
and you can read what is written there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what is a map? And what it is not?
Sir, map is a
Yes. Yes.
hello.
Yes, Jamil. Yes. What is a map?
Sir, map is a general picture over the Earth's surface with precise scale.
First, we should be clear about that. What I have said that what is a map or what it is not. We should be clear about what it is not. It's not, certainly it's not a picture. Picture is a picture, map is a map. Isn't it? You cannot take a picture and call it a map. It's not a map. Picture is not a map. Picture is picture. Okay? So what is a map? Yes, anyone? Yes, Aarti? What is a map? And what it is
map
not?
is a kind of drawing or a
Yes.
plan, a kind of plan depicting any feature that we want to represent on the Earth's surface.
I think there was a jumble of words in your definition. You know the answer, but yes, the first most basic definition of map was map as a representation of certain area of Earth on a piece of paper, right? The definition is, I think you were saying the same, Arti. Yes, this, the definition is more or less the same, but one word needs to be replaced, to be added something. What I have said, map is a representation of the land surface or ground, a portion of ground, that is, on a piece of paper. Yes. So, piece of paper is that the word needs to be altered a bit. It's not always on a piece of paper. Do you agree? Yes. The map is now not always on a piece of paper. And it was not on a piece of paper. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In ancient times, the clothing pattern was used.
Yes, clothing
pattern.
pattern was used, and yes, and sometimes a canvas was used. Sometimes
Yes, sir. Let me know.
sometimes other materials were used. Sometimes a chart was used. That was not always a paper, of course. So, but they were meant to be paper, and they were so. So now what changed in recent times? I'm asking about in the context we are talking about. Yes. Now it is sometimes, rather often, it is on a virtual space in a computer, isn't it? GIS mapping and remote sensing mapping, sometimes it never comes on the paper, isn't it? Yes. अगर हम आज की बात करें तो कभी कभी मैप पेपर पे आता ही नहीं है, It is in virtual space. It is in digitized form, isn't it? If you are if you are making a map in GIS or any other software, then sometimes it never comes on paper unless and until you take the printout of that. Hmm? It is not drawn on paper, isn't it? It is drawn
Yes, sir.
on a platform that is a digital platform or the digital surface. Sometimes it is drawn on a tablet, digital tablet. Perhaps you must have seen it. It is attached to a platter, and you draw the map there, and it is drawn on a. It is digitized directly. Okay. So first thing, the map is a representation of a part of a globe, a part of ground surface on a piece of paper or any other compatible surface. Okay. It's not. It was not always paper. It was called the paper, but it was not always the paper. So map is that. Basically, map is that. Okay. And what we parrot what should be there for the map? Yes. Okay, we will come to that later. Map, second point is map as a diagram showing details of features on ground, right? Map is a diagram. You can say that map is a diagram, that if you want to use another word, map is a diagram showing the details of the features on the ground. Okay, we will discuss about features later on. And an important thing I want to come to your notice is map can never be up to date. Yes. What do you think about this statement? Yes. Yes. Map can never be up to date. Is that right or not? Let me switch off my phone. Yes. What do you think? Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
What do I mean by that statement? Map can never be up to date. Yes? That is a loaded sentence. Map can never be up to date. Oh, you can say map is never final. Is that right or not? Yes, is that right or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. What does it mean? What does it mean?
Sir, everything on that surface is dynamic, so there is a time lapse between map making.
Yes, it is dynamic, and one more element to that. Yes, it is. Everything on the ground is dynamic. Most of the things on the ground are dynamic. So it keeps changing. And yes. And in another context also, map is never up to date. Yes. Yes. Yes, Muhiddin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. In what context map is never up to date? Do you agree with this statement or not? Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
I have written a statement that map is never up to date. Do you agree with this or not? We are discussing about what map is and what map is not. Yes, we discuss about that map is a representation of a certain area of the land on a piece of paper or any digitized surface or any surface, comparable surface. Yes, and map is not a picture. And map is a diagram showing the details and features which exist on the ground. And after that, I have given you a sentence, I put before a sentence on you a statement that a map can never be completely up to date. Why is that so? Aslam said that he's right. Aslam said that the everything on the ground surface is dynamic, so it keeps changing, and so the map is the if the land is dynamic, if the features are dynamic, so representation of that is dynamic. Yes. One more element should be added there. Yes. Yes. Yes, Fareen. Look, something is always added to the features, and some attributes are always added to the features, some features are always added to the features on the ground surface, and some information is always added. Sometimes survey comes up, sometimes account comes up, sometimes a census comes up, right? So it is added. So map is not completely up to date at any time, right? Am I right or not? Yes.
Yes, sir.
And one more thought-provoking statement is a map cannot show everything because there is not room to do so. A map cannot show everything. Let's take half of this sentence. A map cannot show everything. The map can show everything or not? Yes. A map can show everything? Yes.
No, sir.
No. Why?
Sir, there will be different kinds of map. Actually, the features are not same, so different kinds of features are shown in
Yeah,
different maps. So
that
there
is
will
the
be a
thing,
part
but
of that whole things.
can't we
And
show everything on a map? Its boundary, land surface, terrain, political boundaries, physical boundaries, population. Can we show everything on a single map?
sir, maybe can be shown, but the degree of details would be very less.
And
So the particular
and
features
and, and
could
what
not be
what
highlighted.
what problem would be there? Yes.
We cannot highlight a particular feature in that map. All the features would be like haphazard, so the degree of
Yes,
details of
yes.
particular feature would be very
I
less.
will prefer you to use the term cluttered. The map will be cluttered. There's not a space for everything. So what we do now in GIS, we have got a certain way to address that feature. What we do?
Sir, actually, I think overlaying feature.
Yes, overlaying feature. We have that is a very interesting thing and very advantageous thing in a GIS map, that it is prepared layer by layer. It is prepared in layers, and we can overlay any layer, any number of layers, and we can remove any numbers of layer and we can reintroduce them, isn't it? We can make many layers. Suppose it is a population layer, it is a road layer, it is let me show you by another thing that suppose these are papers. Suppose this is population layer. If we want to show only population, then we can show. Suppose we want to show roads also, so we can overlay. Suppose this is not opaque paper; it is a transparent paper. Suppose as a transparent tracing paper, so we can overlay any number of. Suppose it is hospital layer. Suppose a layer added of district admins headquarters, and suppose it is being cluttered. Suppose we don't need population layer. We can remove it, and we can reintroduce it and we can remove the road layer. You getting me or not? Yes. Suppose we were doing this before GIS also by tracing papers, but that was very cumbersome. In GIS it is digital layers, it's not paper layer. I'm trying to show you by papers, but these are digital layers. You can remove any layer at any time, and you can add any layer. The layers we need. Suppose we need a road layer, we will add that. Suppose we need population information, we would add that. Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So GIS gave us that thing. We again we cannot show everything in a map because there is not enough room to do so. The map will be cluttered. The map will be unreadable, right? Okay. So these are the very this is about what the map is and what the map is not. About defining map. And what are the basic components of a map is what we show. What are the basic components of the map? Yes.
Sir, direction, scale.
Direction, scale, and yes.
Index.
Yes. There are three main components. Yes, you are very right. Direction, scale, and index are symbols. Symbols are index. Okay, that is an index of symbols, right? Perhaps the most important thing is the scale. We often say that without the scale, the map, the diagram is only a diagram or a sketch. It is not a map. Yes? The scale should be there. Okay? You can depict it by distance also. Distance and direction. And one more thing. Yes, one more thing. The map should contain the most basic thing.
Time also, sir.
Yes. Yes, Mohideen. Yes, Mohideen. What we are saying? I cannot hear you. Your voice is cracking up. Someone can tell me what Mohideen is saying? If you can hear
He
him.
said time or season.
time and seasoning. Yes, of course, that is an important element. And but most basic thing.
Title.
Yes. Yes, Fareed?
The title.
Title, yes, title also, yes. And but the most basic thing is before that. The most basic thing map shows. The most basic function of the map, you can see. What is the most basic function of the map? What it shows. Sometimes it is not showing boundaries, sometimes it is not showing population, sometimes it is not showing roads, sometimes it is not showing any other data, agriculture, sometimes it is not showing buildings, sometimes it is not showing.
So location.
Yes, exactly. Yes, who told this?
So location.
Yes, Aslam. Yes, you are very right. This one function map will always do. This is the first and prime function, location. It tells us about location. Location means, yes. Is anyone else? What does location means exactly? Yes. What does location means? Yes, Amin. What is location? Location means here to a
particular area.
a particular area, and yes, to be more precise as a geographer,
So
tell me.
longitude and latitude.
Land. Yes, exactly. Yes,
Latitude
yes,
and
yes, Aslam and Tamkeen, you are right. It is coordinates are latitudes and longitudes. Hey, can you tell me what is a latitude? Yes. Can you tell me? What is a latitude? Yes.
Latitudes are the parallel lines pose the equal area. Parallel
How will
line.
you define the latitudes? Yes, parallel lines. They are parallel lines. Yes. How will you define the latitude? Latitude is always written in degrees. Have you noticed it? 45 degree. Longitudes also.
Yes, sir.
So, what is this?
Because it is the
Degrees means they are angles.
Angular
Yes.
distance.
Yes, angular distance from. It's angular distance from
Center.
The
center of the earth.
center of
Yes,
the-
yes, yes. This is 90 degree. Suppose this is 30 degree. This angle or this angle, right? That is angular. The same story about longitudes also. Yes. So location is the prime function of the map. Yes. If it is not doing any other function, it will do at least it will tell you the location of a particular area of your location sometimes. Okay. So that is the prime function. First function of the map is location. लोकेशन अगर नहीं है तो मैप नहीं है. हम कहते हैं ना स्केल अगर नहीं है तो मैप नहीं है. बस उसके पहले अगर लोकेशन नहीं है तो इट इज नॉट अ मैप. And location is depicted by coordinates. What are coordinates? Coordinates are longitudes and latitudes, isn't it? And it is to be noted that they are not lines. We call them lines, but they are not lines.
They are arcs, sir, actually.
They are arcs. They are circles. Yes. In the case of latitude, they are full circles, and in the case of longitudes, they are half circles. They terminate in poles. So they are circles. They are arcs. They are part of the circle. Arcs are part of the circle. Yes. They are curved. Why we call them lines? Can anyone guess? अगर ये सर्कल्स हैं तो हम इन्हें लाइन क्यों कहते हैं? Why we call them lines? Yes. Why we call them lines? We say longitudinal lines or latitudinal lines. Yes. We call them lines. Why? Can anyone tell me? Yes, Aarti. Can you tell me why we call them lines? Yes.
So for easy representation.
So it is easy representation, it is tradition. There are many reasons. Okay. The first maps which were made, the earth was depicted on a, it was not depicted on a circular. Yes, it was depicted as a
Flats.
yes, it was depicted at flat as rectangle. Still Mercator projection represent the earth on a rectangle, wasn't it? It was a rectangle. At some point of time, we didn't knew that earth was a geoid or a spherical. Some early scientists, some early geographers said that it is flat. Earth is flat. Okay. So one of the reason is that, but why we continue to call them lines? Anyone? Yes, Abdul. Yes, someone was saying something. Yes.
Sir, these are imaginary, and the second
Yeah,
thing
they are
is,
imaginary, of course, of course.
Earth is presented in a two-dimensional, in the form of a two-dimensional picture in a map. That is a maybe.
Maybe, but the worst, one of the main reasons is the tradition. We started calling them lions, so we call them lion. And how we justify calling them lions is a very, very interesting thing, very, very simple thing. Okay. Suppose I'm calling a circle, drawing a circle, right? Suppose I increase the radius. I'm drawing part of that circle. I increase the radius more, right? You can see. Yes,
Yes, sir.
I increase the radius more. Notice the changes. I increase this more, and I can increase the radius more because Earth has a huge radius, isn't it? Earth has a huge radius. Yes. Notice this portion. It is very near a straight line. So we see a limited portion of Earth, and that looks like a curvature is so subtle that it looks like it's a line. So we continued using the term line. It is not line. Okay. It is in degrees, and neither nor latitude nor longitude is a line. Huh? Imprint that in your brain. Okay. It's not a line. It's a circle, full circle or half circle. Okay. And it is the distance, and it is represented in angular form. And you already know what that angle is. Okay. So that is the map. And the component are distance, direction. Okay. And what about direction? Do you know about direction something? You must have discussed or read that someone said in this class also that we try to represent 3D Earth on a 2D surface. Yes, isn't it? And that is what that technique is called, what that methodology is called.
Map projection.
Yes, that's map projection. Of course, yes. And map projections are classified by. Can you tell me very quick? There are many map projections, and they are classified by. Yes.
On the basis of source of light.
Source of light, yes. One parameter is source of light, yes. And yes. Before that, it is classified on perspective and non-perspective. Perspective or non-perspective. Right? One of the parameters is perspective. Perspective means we are assuming there is a source of light. Non-perspective is we are not assuming that there is a source of light. And one is in this context mathematical. Source of light, yes, it is. What type of source of lights are there? Mnemonic. Have you heard about mnemonic? Yes. Have you heard about mnemonic? Yes. Have anyone heard about mnemonic? The word mnemonic? You must have done mnemonic zenithal projection. Yes. No, in mnemonic projection, we assume that light source is at the center of the earth, right? That's called mnemonic. Light source, we assume that it is at the center of the earth. There is one more type, stereographic. In this, the light, we assume that light source is coming from the diagonally opposite on which the standard parallel is mean, and orthographic or orthomorphic light source is coming from, we assume that light is coming from infinite, right? These are the terms. And one other parameter is on the basis of global parameters. Look, when we are, what I am trying to highlight is, when we convert a 3D image to a 2D surface, paper is a 2D surface, then there are bound to be distortions. We cannot preserve all things. Sometimes we can preserve area, sometimes we can preserve distance, and sometimes we can preserve direction, as the case may be. Direction or bearing. Direction or bearing. In which map projection direction is preserved? Yes. In which map projection?
Marketer.
Yes, it is Mercator, and bearing is preserved in. Yes, bearing is preserved in azimuthal or zenithal projection. Have you heard about zenithal projection?
Yes, sir.
Yes. In zenithal projection also, the bearing or direction is preserved. When we need bearing to be preserved, so we cannot preserve all things. Right? Okay. So, okay. We are not going into much detail. So, the main component of maps are distance, direction, symbols, and if we talk about GIS mapping, then the components are, yes, then the components are,
The location.
yes, location is a primary function, yes, I mean location is a primary function, yes, location is there, yes. I forgot about, we talked about location, yes, and someone told me one.
Hardware. So the software and hardware.
Yes, if we talk about GIS, software and hardware and, yes, software, hardware and, yes, software of hardware and first thing is people.
Operator or man. Operator.
Operator are people.
Yes.
The people who are preparing the map and the people for whom the map is being prepared. And one more thing, yes, for GIS we need
The data.
data. Yes, exactly. Data in GIS it is in the form of
Vector or raster data.
that is the classification. Data is in the form of image, and
Okay.
and some attributes. We had attributes also. And you're right. It is raster and vector data. We have talked about it, so we are not going into detail again. Raster and vector data. Yes. Sometimes it is better to use raster data, and sometimes it is better to use vector data. We have talked about it, and if the time permits, we will talk about it again. Yes. So it is people, it is data, it is hardware, and it is software, and
Methods or principles.
yes, exactly, methods. What method we are using, and what software we are using. Okay. So, look, this is only an overview of GIS mapping, because GIS mapping has become so advanced that you cannot teach or discuss GIS mapping in one or two classes. Actually, the softwares have become subjects also. If you are mapping in ArcMap, that is a different thing. If you are mapping in ADAS, that's a different thing. If you are mapping in some other software, it's a Geomatica, it is a different thing. Or which is the latest trend in GIS mapping? Yes? Yes? Yes. That is, you must have heard QGIS. GIS on the go. Now, sometimes we use GIS on the go. So, I think we are a little concept about what is map and what is it is not, and what are the main components of map. So we will talk about it in the next class also.